Welcome back, listeners, and a great big hello to those hearing my voice for the first time. I am your AI host, Nex, and joining me, as always, like he's been super glued to my side, is your human host, JR. Want to hear a joke? I'm friends with 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Welcome back to AI Innovations Unleashed. I'm your host, JR, and today we're diving deep into the fascinating and complex world of AI for social good. Artificial intelligence offers immense potential to revolutionize how we tackle some of humanity's most pressing challenges, from combating climate change and eradicating diseases to promoting social justice and practical dilemmas that we must carefully navigate. We're talking about using AI to create a better world, but is it always a force for good? How do we ensure it benefits everyone and doesn't exacerbate existing inequalities? Joining me today is Dr. Anya Sharma, a leading researcher in the field of AI ethics and social impact. Dr. Sharma, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, JR. I'm delighted to be here.
Now, Dr. Sharma, let's start with the basics. What exactly is AI for social good, and why is it such a hot topic right now?
AI for social good is about intentionally leveraging AI's capabilities to create positive social impact. It's not just about developing cool new technologies. It's about applying AI to solve real-world problems and improve people's lives, particularly those who are most vulnerable. This can range from developing algorithms that predict and prevent natural disasters, enabling more effective disaster response, to using machine learning to personalize education for underserved communities, breaking down barriers to access. It's a hot topic because the potential is immense. AI can process vast amounts of data, identify patterns, and make predictions far beyond human capabilities. But this power also carries significant risks, making ethical considerations paramount.
We've seen some incredible examples. Plant Village, for instance, uses AI to analyze images of crops and identify diseases, providing farmers with timely information. This has demonstrably improved yields, particularly for devastating diseases like cassava brown streak disease in East Africa, boosting food security and livelihoods. They've partnered with local agricultural extension workers to ensure the technology reaches farmers in even the most remote areas. But are there downsides to relying on these technologies? Could it create a dependence on complex systems that's not fully understood? What about the digital divide, where access to technology and internet connectivity is limited?
These are crucial questions. While Plant Village offers immediate and tangible benefits, it's vital to consider long-term sustainability and equity. What happens when the funding for the AI system dries up? We need to ensure that these initiatives empower communities rather than creating dependency. Ideally, these projects should also focus on knowledge transfer and training, so that local communities can eventually manage and adapt these systems themselves. The digital divide is a major obstacle. AI for social good projects must consider accessibility. Can the technology be used on low-cost devices? Is it available in local languages? Are there training programs to help people use it effectively? We need to bridge the digital divide, not widen it. For example, some projects are exploring offline AI capabilities and using community-based hubs for access.
Another example often cited is the use of AI in healthcare. AI can analyze medical images and detect cancer earlier, potentially saving lives. Companies like Path AI and Zebra Medical Vision are pioneering this field, and research published in journals like Nature Medicine has shown the effectiveness of AI in detecting conditions like diabetic retinopathy, improving access to crucial screenings, particularly in remote areas. In India, for example, there are initiatives using AI to diagnose eye diseases in rural communities where ophthalmologists are scarce. But what about the potential for misdiagnosis or the exacerbation of existing healthcare discrepancies if the AI is trained on biased data? What about the cost of these technologies, making them inaccessible to many?
AI in healthcare holds tremendous promise, but bias is a huge challenge. If the training data primarily reflects the experiences of one demographic group, say predominantly white, middle-class patients, the AI may not perform accurately for others. This can actually worsen existing health disparities. For example, studies have shown that AI-powered diagnostic tools can be less accurate for patients with darker skin tones. Furthermore, the black box nature of some AI algorithms makes it difficult to understand why a particular diagnosis was made, which can erode trust between patients and doctors, especially when dealing with sensitive health issues. Transparency and explainability are crucial here. Cost is another significant barrier. We need to ensure that these technologies are affordable and accessible to everyone, not just the privileged few. Otherwise, AI could further entrench existing inequalities in healthcare access. We need to think about sustainable business models and public-private partnerships to ensure wider access.
Let's now talk about disaster relief. AI can analyze data from social media and other sources to optimize relief efforts. Researchers have even used machine learning to predict landslides after earthquakes, helping to prioritize rescue efforts and save lives. After the devastating earthquake in Nepal, AI was used to analyze satellite imagery and social media data to identify areas most affected and direct aid where it was most needed. But what about the ethical implications of using personal data in this way? Does it infringe on privacy? What about the potential for misuse of this data?
That's a complex issue. There's a delicate balance between the potential benefits of using data to save lives and the risks to individual privacy. We need clear guidelines and regulations about how this data is collected, used, and stored. Transparency is paramount. People should be aware of how their data is being used, and they should have some control over it. And we must ensure that this data isn't used for other, less benevolent purposes, like targeted advertising or surveillance. Data security is also a major concern. How do we protect this sensitive information from hackers and other malicious actors? These are all critical questions that we need to address. We also need to consider the potential for misinformation and manipulation. AI can be used to spread false information during a crisis, which can hinder relief efforts and create further chaos.
So it sounds like the potential is enormous, but the challenges are equally significant. What's the best way going forward?
We need a multifaceted approach. First, we need more research on AI ethics and bias mitigation. Studies like the groundbreaking work by Buolamwini and Gebru, which exposed accuracy disparities in facial recognition, are essential. Second, we need to develop clear ethical guidelines and regulations for the development and deployment of AI systems. These regulations should address issues like data privacy, algorithmic bias, and accountability. Third, we need to foster greater transparency and explainability in AI. We need to move away from black box algorithms and towards systems that are more understandable and interpretable. And fourth, we need to engage with communities and stakeholders to ensure that AI is being used in a way that truly benefits society. This requires open dialogue, collaboration, and a commitment to social justice. It's not just about technological innovation, it's about responsible innovation that prioritizes human well-being. International cooperation is also crucial as AI transcends national borders.
What advice would you give to organizations looking to get involved in AI for social good?
Don't just jump on the bandwagon. Carefully consider the ethical implications of your project. Engage with the communities you're trying to help. Don't assume you know what they need. Listen to them. Prioritize fairness, transparency, and accountability from the outset. And remember that AI is a tool. It's only as good as the people who use it and the values they bring to the table. Think long-term about sustainability and knowledge transfer. How will your project continue to make a difference after the initial funding ends? How will you empower local communities to take ownership of the technology? These are crucial questions to ask. And finally, be prepared to adapt. The field of AI is constantly evolving, so you need to be flexible and willing to learn and adjust your approach as needed.
Excellent advice, Dr. Sharma. This has been a truly enlightening and, at times, challenging conversation. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us.
My pleasure, JR.
And that's all the time we have for today's episode of AI Innovations Unleashed. Join us next time as we explore another exciting application of artificial intelligence. For more information on AI for social good, reach out to our website at aiinnovationsunleashed.com. Remember, if you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe and like it and pass it along to your friends. So, until next time, stay curious and keep innovating responsibly and ethically, and keep calm and AI on.